Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, morning, wherever it may be. Hopefully the season has been going extremely well for your alliance. If not, there's always next season to improve and to get better, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to share some of my thought process into guaranteeing the survival of my alliance. For example, in season 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the same process. You have to work on immunity and stuff. But the key thing about going into a new season is knowing exactly like where to start and how you want to look at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking down for you guys and kind of teaching you what to look for. All right, so we know that the process of going into a new season is the same thing. There's going to be a 4-hour maintenance, and you're going to be spawned in randomly outside of the map, which is fine. But you can also change where you spawn. You don't have to stay where the game puts you. For example, this is what I like to do, and I will show you guys in a second. But a couple days before we go into the new season, I like to go look at the season 4 or season 3, whatever season that you're going into. I go to World Overview. For example, we are going to be going into season 4. This is the season 4 map. And I like to study it. You know, I'm like, okay, we have this area, but what I like to start off is in the middle. There's gonna be only 3 level 6 cities and 2 gates on each city. Right off the bat, I look at Madrid and I feel like this area would be harder to control because the 2 gates are divided by one a level 6 city and also water. So if you do come from the north side, it's going to be harder to secure your area, like secure the level 6, because let's say you come from the right side, someone else that's coming from the left side can take the level 5 and you would be fighting for the level 6. Left side is also easier to control. You get 2 gates that control 1 level 6, and also the bottom. All right, so after I take a good look at the middle and the neighboring cities around it, I like to also look at who I'm merging with, like which server, what alliances, what's their reputation like? Are they fighters? Or are they peaceful? Well, are they want to share Eden, or do they want to fight for it? Because all of these things matter. Just because, let's say they're your neighbors, you already know that they're going to be fighting you, so you kind of have to have a backup plan. But either way, all these things, um, you want to kind of prepare for it and understand, like, if it does happen, like, what's your backup plan and where you want to go. If you are one of the top alliances, the top 3, the best place that you want to start off is either the left side of the map on this one or the right side of the map. The north is harder, but we're going to be taking 666 is going to be taking the northern side just because this area has a lot more captures, and we kind of like to utilize the first capture rewards. I mean, you get a lot of medals, you get a lot of rewards just because they're level 1s or level 2s. They're still very useful, and medals add up into the game. So even though we are taking the harder path or harder route, we're going to have our allies, our close allies on the left and right side of us. That way we are securing our level 6s to make sure, like even though we can't access the Beirut, the gates, we know that it's being protected by one of our allies, and that way there's not going to be any harm, or we don't have to worry about it, and the level 6 is secured for us. Same thing goes with our other allies are going to secure their level 6, and we're also going to be neighbors, so if we do need to help each other, we're right there close. We can provide backup to our allies. They could do the same thing as us, but that's why it's also good to try to have good allies that you really trust, because you never know what could go wrong. And speaking of things going wrong, let's say that, for example, we decided to go here. Let's say that they spawn us all the way over there, but I mean, don't worry about that, because there's like a lot of cool things that you can do. Some of your members in your alliance at this point, they should have a relocation. For example, it's like if I go to my VIP shop, right? And I go to the privilege shop, I can buy this advanced relocation. Let me move my big head out of the way. This advanced relocation, some of your members in your alliance will have that, and they could advance teleport anywhere to secure the level 1 city for your whole alliance. Or you could do random relocation until you're close enough to the level 1 city, and that way you could send kind of long range attacks. And that way you can help attack and capture the level 1 city. Some sort of system that you have to kind of understand when you're capturing cities. You don't want to just randomly capture cities and move on with your day, because remember, when you first capture your first cities, it'll automatically set as the main alliance, and if you change it, you have to wait 7 days to change it. But if you don't touch it, anything, it'll just set automatically. And that's important because you can't capture cities that are not connected to your main alliance. So for example, the first cap that we picked is this one. Why? Because it's bordering a level 2 and also a level 3. That way, if we do draw, or if we have one of our allies take the level 1, we don't have to worry about it because it'll automatically change and jump to the highest level city. So the only time that you want to drop your level 1 is whenever you get a level 3. That way it automatically changes, and you don't want to repair your level 3. You want to keep it as low as possible so someone else can attack it and automatically change the level cities. By level city, I meant your main alliance. So kind of when you understand this, it becomes easier to plan your path. It does take a little bit of time to really kind of plan and understand when you should drop in, when not. But after a couple of tries, you'll kind of get a key to it. I mean, or you could just be one of those alliances that randomly spawns and then decides that's the area that they're going to start with and make their way through it. You can fight your way through it, but that also kind of like you kind of risk not getting first capture rewards. You're kind of basically taking a city that's already taken, which is not really worth it in my opinion. Like, I don't want to take a city that has no rewards, because it does use a gas and it does use your resources. Like, you just kind of have to keep that in mind, because having a plan is better than just starting randomly and fight your way through, because you could miss out on a lot of captures, or you could be stuck in an area that you don't want to be stuck in that spot and you don't like where you are at. You can first send a relocation to a place that you see that is open. Like, let's say that nobody's in this area and you're like, perfect, like, let's try to secure that area. You can have all your members send out relocation sites, which will take about 2 to 3 hours, and from that end, or you could have some of your members who are have a random relocation go to a level 1. You would have to drop to your level 1 city, like delete all your land, so that way they can recapture a level 1 city, and that way you can have all your people move there. Like, there's a lot of factors that go with this. It's really kind of hard to explain, but I'm trying to like just show you the gist of it. Also, the main reason that you kind of want to understand where you start is because as you like transition from season 0 to 1, 2, 3, and 4, you understand that you have to capture all these tiles and you have to make sure that the cities are connected by tiles. You kind of want to also see which path is better, because some cities have a harder path. They have like rivers, mountains, bunch of dead ends, and it just makes it longer. Like, if you are kind of fighting for your spot, for your land, you kind of want to have the best path possible. Let's say I go start this gate, right? And I want to go to this level 4. This path, it's a straightforward, you just ignore this, boom, and you're connected. Some areas, they have like a bigger lake that you can't see, or mountains that you can't see. Like, if I want to go from here to this level city, I would just go like boom, boom, boom. But if I do that, see, there's the mountains. Like, you kind of have to like study it and see what you want to do. And as always, whenever you go into the cities, the number one thing that you want to do is immunity. Immunity is your best friend, your mother, your parents, whatever you want to call it, your boyfriend. I don't really care what you do, but immunity has to be your number one priority in this season in the beginning, because the faster you do your immunity, the more members that you do your immunity, the faster that you can capture your cities, the more that you can dominate, the more territory that you can claim. And basically, that's what's important, just working on your immunity whenever the game starts. Like, whenever the season starts, you have all your members capture the first city, and after that, some people will build paths, connect it, and once connected, the people that were getting mines will start attacking, and those who built paths will start collecting mines. Basically, kind of just like, it's teamwork. This game is teamwork. You gotta have to plan and do good together, and immunity is your baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. This is basically the end of the video. I just wanted to kind of summarize what to look for if you want to ensure like first capture wars, medals, like ensure to be the best of the best, the #1 alliance. Um, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but that's just some of the basics. And also wanted to remind you guys that immunity is really important in this game. In this season, like you want to have immunities because without immunities, you can't really capture cities. You can't really do much. Because the cities you need immunity or you lose all your troops. But again, thank you again for watching. I hope your new season goes extremely well and really good. And thank you again.